Hi, my name's Carl Neal, and I'm the producer of the Pent News and Magic Moment Special Edition. So those of you who follow the show have probably noticed that there was no December episode of the Pent News, nor has there been a January episode. So I wanted to come and bring everybody up to speed, let you know what's going on, and let you know that the shows definitely are not going away. In fact, I have some really exciting news to give you about the shows in just a minute. But first, an explanation as to what happened. So early in December, I decided that I would fall off a ladder from my attic in the garage onto a washing machine. So I broke 5 ribs and shattered my left shoulder blade. So that's kind of put me out of commission for a little while. And obviously, since I do the bulk of the work on the shows, we have been out of production, and obviously the family's been very occupied doing other things with hospital visits and all those exciting things that go along with being stupid with ladders. But I wanted to let everybody know that first off, shows aren't going anywhere. In fact, I don't think that we're going to have any January episodes. Look, I moved my hand. But you can count on there being a February episode for sure. And you never know, we might squeeze one in somewhere in January if we get the opportunity. But some super exciting news about the show, I'm going to mend one way or another. And I certainly have every intention of being at PantheaCon in San Jose, February 14th. Hope you guys will be there. I'm doing 3 different workshops that weekend, plus doing interviews with authors and talking to other people. So obviously, ribs or no ribs, I'm going. So I hope I get to see some of you there. But the show is going through a really marvelous transition, and my timing of falling off the ladder couldn't have been any worse at all. But some really great, exciting news to share with you guys. First off, I want to thank Heart of Willamette Pagans for being our sponsor for 2013, being the sponsor that got us started and got us on this road. And I'm really appreciative of everybody there. They've been supportive with my injury as well, so I thank you to the whole community for that too. But especially for sponsoring us to get us started with this show using public access equipment. So here's the exciting news. Over the course of the last 6 months, I've been acquiring our own equipment. I am shooting this episode on a camera that we own, using microphones that we own, using lights that we own. I think you're catching on to the theme here. So we're transitioning away from being a public access show. We are still going to show our episodes on public access stations, so no fears there. Those of you who watch us on public access, there will be no changes. You will continue to see us roll out episodes just as we always have. However, those of you who watch us online and through other channels are going to see some definite changes in our new episodes, in that now that we're no longer restricted by public access, we own all of our own equipment, from shooting sound all the way down to editing, that we're now freed from the restrictions that are put on us as a public access show, meaning that we can now be commercial, meaning that we can talk about things that we weren't allowed to talk about before, such as if you go to an event, we can tell you that it costs money, which is something that we're not allowed to do with public access, not allowed to talk about money in any way, shape, or form. This also means that we're going to be able to bring more commercial value to you. We're going to be able to advertise for pagan businesses during our shows. And that's a great boon, because anybody who has ever tried will tell you television's really expensive. But with us, obviously, it's not going to be quite the reverse. So this is an opportunity for pagan businesses to be seen in a way they never have been before. It's going to free our show up to be able to talk about commercial ventures in the pagan community, which we've been forbidden to talk about. And it also gives us the opportunity to expand what we do, which hopefully expands what the community is able to do. So I'm very proud to announce that the Pent News and Magic Moment have now gone into being commercial ventures. I admit that I have spent a great deal of my family's money over the course of the last 6 months acquiring all of this equipment. It has not been cheap, and I am very grateful to every member of my family for being willing to indulge this. I think they see the value of it. They certainly know it's important to those of us who work on the show. And so they've been gracious and not complained when I've been buying tripods and cameras and memory cards instead of maybe a new car. But anyway, I wanted everybody to know that the show is not going away. We've been on an enforced hiatus because I didn't straighten up a ladder after I accidentally bumped into it. So you guys be careful out there. But Pent O'Clock News is going to be doing some definite coverage during PantheaCon, and of course, as the spring and summer festival seasons roll around, we'll be right back like we were last year. Hopefully those of you who organize events will invite us to your events. We certainly have some options open to you now that we didn't have before, now that we're able to actually advertise. So we can get some much better promotion out there for those of you who do those events too. So I have talked for long enough, but I really appreciate all of you who have supported both of our shows during 2013, those who sponsored, those who appeared in the shows, those who brought us story ideas, and those who supported us in the background. We really appreciate all of your efforts. I'm so sorry I picked this moment to give myself a catastrophic injury, but that will all work itself out. And my thanks to everybody who's been sending healing energy definitely has been felt and greatly appreciated. So thank you to all of you. And exciting things coming for the pagan community. I mean, we have a lot of great things going already, but having the Pent O'Clock News move away from public access equipment and all of the restrictions, my goodness, someday I will tell you the tale of how we almost didn't get to cover Starhawk's appearance here on the Oregon coast in 2013. But those things won't happen anymore. We own every bit of our own gear. We've got access to it 24/7, and there are no limitations on what we can do with it. So my thanks to those of you who have supported us. I hope that we'll hear from a lot more of you in the coming year. I hope that some of you out there are going to pick up a camera yourself and shoot a few stories and send them to us. We'd love to broadcast them. Hey, set up your own show. We'll help you do it. The important thing is that this is one more channel for pagans to communicate. So I will sign off now and just say thank you to all of you who have watched and who will watch and who have supported and who will support. We are, because I'm going to be incurring a lot of medical bills over the next couple of months, we are toying with the idea of maybe doing a fundraiser to replace some of our gear that is not quite up to snuff. But we'll see about that later. Right now, the exciting thing is, wow, big festival season is coming up, starting with PantheaCon, February 14th, San Jose. Hope to see you there. If not, keep an eye on our channels, and I will be sending in reports from the field during the event. Blessed be, and again, thank you for all your support.